go. Hello, and welcome to another session of the Mastermind Book Club. I am CEO David Diaz. To my right is Marth Johnson, and to my left is Reggie Hilliard. I'd like to welcome you to another session of a very important book, a book that I thought I need to listen to again, at least one more time, if not more than that. What's the name of the book? Think About Being Successful and You Will Be. I'd like to call on Reggie Hilliard to give his summary on this audio.
Hi, everyone. Reggie Hilliard at the Mastermind Book Club. It's a very good book because it's really about the thing that we should be focusing on pretty much most of the time, if not all of the time, what we think about, right? The things that we think about will dictate and determine our lives, dictate where we end up, what happens to us, all that sort of thing. You become what you think about all day long. That's a very important statement, right? And you won't change what you do until you actually change what you think, right? So if you change the way you think, things start to happen. And the better thoughts you have, the better control of your life you have, and the more things you can actually wield into with your powers to make happen that are good for you. We can do anything if we change the way we think. That's just the truth. So a lot of us are stuck by virtue of the fact of the thoughts we have. And if we could just sit with ourselves and come to a realization that an understanding awareness of the thoughts that we're having that are keeping us or holding us back, once we then change those thoughts, provided we do that, we can then change our lives, right? And that's a very, very, very powerful thing that you have available to you, the ability to change your life by changing your thoughts. All you have to do is change the things you're thinking about or concentrating on, because thoughts will happen. But you don't have to settle on those thoughts. You can kind of let those thoughts pass through, focus on the thoughts that'll be a benefit to you. And once you do that, you get better at mastering your life and mastering what comes to you. And this is something that you have to practice. So you don't go to the gym a couple times, 3-4 times a month or whatever, 2 months, 3 months, a year, and then just stop for the rest of your life. You keep doing it. Similar with this is a thing that you practice. Once you keep doing it, repetitions, it becomes a habit. Even with that, now once it's a habit, you don't have to think about it anymore. But the fact that you're doing it, the fact that it's a good habit, it's going to translate to something good. So here's the key. Focus on the good thoughts. Train yourself to stay managed on the good thoughts. Change the negative thoughts to better thoughts, and you'll see the transformation in your life. And that's all.
Great.
Reggie, thank you very much. Awesome review. Now, hopefully, you left some words for Martha, because that was pretty comprehensive. Marth Johnson.
Hello, everyone. This book is guiding us for transformation with a mindset in a tribe who want to succeed in life. For myself, I have to tell you something. I have a beautiful relationship with my mindset, with my emotions, and my feeling. It was the hardest thing to do, but changed my life and changed me complete. Allow my partner say, whatever you think is that what you become. If you know your destiny is a greatness, you succeed following you. If you doubt, you close your mind, and that way you will block your prosperity. The mind is a powerful tool. If you if you can be able to control this tool, you want to get what you deserve or what you want in life. It's like a plant seeds in the ground. And I finish with that.
Thank you, Martha. Thank you. So this book that Reggie Hilliard again has recommended is, as I said at the beginning, it's something I need to listen to again, because there were hidden words in here for me. I mean, I could be wrong for others, but for me, this book, it says, think about being successful and you will be. One of the things that this book doesn't mention in the title is taking time for yourself, whether it's in meditation, yoga, nature walks, you name it, just taking time for yourself to think, to write, things should start to evolve. They might not evolve immediately, but eventually they will. What is one of those practices? The author mentions about taking time to ask yourself certain questions. So, for example, let's say you're working on this business project, and all of a sudden you're presented with these two ideas. Then you ask yourself, oh my, what am I going to do with these two ideas? No, wrong question. You ask yourself, which would benefit me the most in completing? Simple questions that you turn around so that they work for you. Your brain, as is stated in this book, is very powerful, and it can achieve many resourceful answers to assist you in completing whatever task you're working on. That's why I like this book, and that's why I want to listen to it again, because the words that were used in here were used in a certain way so that you can achieve a certain outcome in life. And just like Reggie Hilliard here mentioned and Martha mentioned, this book will assist you in becoming successful, but only if you put it into practice. So some people won't like to meditate. Maybe you can write it down. Some people won't like to question it. Maybe you can have someone question you. So you have different ways of approaching this, and that's what I liked about this book. Now, I'd like to ask one question to our members here. One question. How do you plan on implementing this book in your life? Reggie?
For me, I mean, as you mentioned, I did recommend the book. I recommend a lot of these books, so that would probably let you know that I'm actually putting a lot of time and practice into these types of practices and making these a part of this the way of my life. So it's just a constant reminder to myself of, as I do every day, there's a level where I sit with myself. There's a level of affirmations and things that help me to be empowered. There's the level of me reading, listening to all these audios, as I mentioned again. So it's very, very much a state of mind that I'm in. And it's just me to constantly build on that, because for me, it's about how present can I be at all times. How much can I come back to that present state so that I'm always at a state of awareness and consciousness of who I am and what I'm thinking and how I'm showing up in the world. So that's really what it is. And once I'm constantly reading these books or listening to these books, having these conversations, as well as, there's a lot of other stuff that I kind of put into my head with like a lot of affirmations. My feeds and my social media platform feed a lot of this type of content. So it's a constant building up of this mental mindset. So I stay in that current state and way. And so it's not something that I have to think about anymore. But even as I've done a lot, and I'm not saying I'm completely done, obviously, because I'm saying I'm working on it, the more and more and more and more and more repetitions, the more it becomes very much a part of you. And then you're just like building on that with the additional fees that you're adding with the content that you're putting in the case of me. And so I'm just doing like extra credit at that point. But it's what I know, because knowing is living and being. So I continue to just sort of practice this and make it a part of my life in every aspect.
Thank you. Thank you, Reggie. Martha, how do you plan to implement this book in your life?
Self-improvement, positive mind, the law of the attraction. They talk about a lot in this book. Manifestation. I recommend to keep a journal and write all your goals, whether you want to improve yourself, have belief in yourself, and you will achieve whatever you want. Have a decision. Motivation is another thing. Like my parents said, reading a lot of books. And dream big. As you dream big, you change your mind complete. And keep it easy. And like my parents said, you have to work every single day in your mindset, whatever you want, the goals are. And keep it easy and keep a journal. It's more important thing. That's
Thank
my
you.
recommendation.
Thank you very much. The question that I asked, how do I plan to implement it? I am planning to ask myself more specific questions in reference to what I want to achieve. And one of those questions is whatever I'm doing now aligning me, getting me closer to where I want to be in X amount of years? That's one of the questions that I need to focus on through either meditation, writing. There's different kinds of meditation. Not everybody will do the same exact type of meditation because it's not meant for everyone in the world. So there are different types. But there's one thing also that I want to mention, and this is taking a little bit of a tangent, but for us in this group here in the Mastermind Book Club, we've been around for over 6 years.
Wow.
And I just want to say thank you for those of you who have been listening to us, because we see that the numbers have been increasing. We seem to get 100 plus, 150 or so people who click on our summaries. So we appreciate that very, very much. I'm just looking at some of them here. We're not perfect, but we are attempting to deliver a message, and that message is on these empowering books so that they can assist you just like they assist us. Reggie and Martha, you want to say anything else, or should we end it here?
I just say I want to be grateful because it wasn't easy for myself for the beginning. It was terrible. I was terrible. Now I see the change in my life, what I said before. And thank you for the audience. Thank you for listening. And thank you for support us. We try to improve every single day. And they have any recommendation books they want to listen or they want to discuss when we talk about it. We can write in the chat. They say, I want this type of book. I want this book, and be grateful for us to help everyone and please everyone. And thank you very much for all your comments.
Thank you, Martha. Martha, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Reggie?
Thank you is key. The key is thank you, and the fact that we've been able to be together this long, because a lot of things, no matter what it is, whether it's this book club, whether it's collaborations of sorts, businesses, all these types of things, usually don't, a lot of them don't last very long.
Don't
They
last.
usually have a short shelf life. People come in committed, or what they say is a commitment in the beginning, and then they don't last for different reasons, as they say life gets in the way. But I think often that's an excuse, because if you really want to do something, and if you know better, you will stay with something. Something like a book club, it's not an attack on anyone, but I'll just be frank. A lot of us don't always have our priorities together or do the things that will be both best beneficial for us or most beneficial for us. Something like a book club is like one of the best things you can stick with, especially the kind of books that we're reading. We're not just reading sensationalized novels and things like that, no disrespect to them. We're reading books that can actually empower your life, especially if you take the information in and put it to work. So I'm very grateful for having been in a book club. As a commitment. Even when we miss, people are not just like, like, oh, I don't care that I miss. We want to come back and come back the next week as soon as we can to be back on the program. So I'm very grateful for the commitment. It's just a handful of us. It's only like 4 or 5 of us that have committed, the majority of the way. So, and there's nothing against those who didn't. I just like to share these messages, because if I can pass through a message that lets people understand, helps people to understand the value of doing things that can really impact your life and help your life to be transformative, I will say these things. And it's for the individual. They can take it how they want to take it. But if they will really like open up to the fact of what I'm saying, and they can take the message and have it be imparted within, they can see that, this could actually be a big deal, and then start doing things, whether book clubs and other things that could be of impact. Very grateful for you guys. And just happy that I have the mindset to continue to do these types of things, and being grateful for the fact that my life and the life that I've created affords me this. So thank you.
Thank you, Reg. Thank you, Martha. And again, we're grateful for each other and for you who listen to us. Thank you again. This is the Mastermind Book Club signing off until next week, where we'll review another empowering book. Take care.